Hello, my name is Miss AP, and I'm here with Black Thoughts, Journey Giggles, Keys Boyd, Dr. Barkley, and Jace Tyreek, conducting Slime Broadday's Green Scrub interview. Mr. Broadday, can you throw up your macros for me? In order, please. Thank you.
I am done.
Perfect. All right, now I will begin with reading you three sets of rules. I will start with the HP rules. I'll move on to the MD rules, and then we'll do RP 13 through 16. If you have any questions, I will stop at after each set of rules. HP rules. Do not resuscitate patients on any streets surrounding the hospital, PvP blue territory events, or army base. So those blue territory events are going to be what you see as orange guns on the map, or if you are out in the world, those places that's highlighted in blue. If it has a blue perimeter, don't go in there. Do not serve patients who have their weapons drawn. If a patient is on floor 1 and they have their weapon drawn, we should not be selling them med kits or pills. They do need to put their weapon away. Do not stand or sail on that main lobby floor. Please, please, please do not stand on the main lobby floor. If you have to step away from your phone for a couple seconds, please step in the cafeteria. Do not go AFK while on duty. A AFK will result in a 3-day ban, a demotion, and all funds returned. Please, again, use that cafeteria when you need to get away. Only 2 staff members may be at each desk in rank order, and up to 3 may line up down the hallway. Also in rank order, the rank order is brown, maroon, blue, white, then green. If your medication wait time is over 5 minutes, please go on emergency calls or med delivery runs. If the wait time is under 5 minutes, again, use that cafeteria. It's a nice space, it has a lot of chairs. Do not use the front door, please, Slime. Do not use that front door. That back door, can't nobody go in and out that back door but us. It's a privilege, so please use it. Only a rank 6 or higher may enter through the front door, and only rank 7 or higher may use that front parking lot. So for the time being, just avoid the front door, avoid the front parking lot. You won't even have no issues there. Do not spawn that bus. You must have a DCP or a CP's permission. Radio checks are mandatory. So when you see up in the chat radio checks and everybody's responding 10-4 copy, it's because that's what you're supposed to do. Anytime a radio check is happening, I need you to respond 10-4 copy. If you don't and you get 3, that does result in a rep. If you get 3 reps, then that third rep is actually your dismissal. Lastly, you cannot attend the PvP territories without a rank 7. Again, we talked about that in the beginning. Those PvP territories are those places on the map with the orange guns, or if you are in the world, it has that blue perimeter around it. So just avoid those at all costs unless you're with the rank 7. Any questions on those, Slime?
No.
Okay, cool. Let's go to our MD rules. MD1, refusal to provide medical assistance. Refusing to provide medical assistance, including performing CPR or giving meds without a justified RP reason, as long as there is no threat to the medic's life, including situations when armed players are present at the scene. Punishment 1 rep. MD2, providing medical aid during dangerous situations. Selling medication or resuscitating players in situations that threaten the life and health of both the medic and the player, including but not limited to during an escalating conflict, an active shootout, a turf war, etc. Punishment 1 warning. MD3, compliance with project rules. Medical personnel are required to comply with all the established project rules. Punishment from 1 warning to 1 reprimand, depending on the faction leadership's decision at that point in time. MD4, improper RP behavior. Failure to adhere to RP rules when interacting with players while providing medical assistance or communicating with faction colleagues. Punishment: one warning from the faction leadership. MD 4.1. Disrespectful behavior. Disrespectful behavior towards any player. Punishment is one rep or dismissal depending on the faction's leader's decision at that point in time. MD 4.2. Noncompliance with orders. Failure to comply with leadership orders or to observe the chain of command within the faction. Punishment: one rep from the faction leadership. MD 4.3. Assault on civilians. Assaulting civilians with a taser, weapon, or fist without an RP reason. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD 5. Use of weapons. Medical personnel are strictly forbidden from using any weapons. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD6, criminal activity, intentionally associating with gangs, committing major crimes, including but not limited to theft, vandalism, murder, or joining factions during activities where medic participation is not intended. Punishment: dismissal from the faction. MD7, use of service vehicles for personal purposes, using official medical transport for personal travel when not on duty, including for civilian jobs. Punishment: one warning. MD 7.1, use of personal vehicles, using personal vehicles instead of service vehicles to perform faction duties. Punishment: one warning. And last, MD 8, unauthorized issuance of recovery notes, issuing medical certificates outside of a hospital, issuing medical certificates for monetary compensation. Punishment: one warning. Any questions on those?
No.
All right, we will take it home with RP 13 through 16 on the rules. RP 13, faction NRP, non RP behavior within game factions, including unlawful release of prisoners or execution of civilians by the police. Punishment: exoneration from the faction and/or from 30 minutes in one state jail to a 3-day ban. RP 14, sexual harassment. Any form of non-consensual sexual actions, including simulation and explicit dialogue actions, use of ethnic and/or LGBT plus slurs, or excessive attention. All sexual actions require out-of-character consent. Such actions should not occur in public or frequently visited areas. Punishment: 60 minutes mute or 24 hours, up to a 30-day ban. RP 15, disruption of faction operations. Intentionally provoking faction members for entertainment or disrupting faction operations is prohibited. Punishment: 30 minutes in one state jail. RP 16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts toward emergency medical personnel are prohibited. Punishment: from 90 minutes in one state jail to a 12-hour ban. Any question on the RP rules?
Mm-mm.
All right, well, Mr. Slime, I will proceed with the series of 10 questions. Hopefully, my friends here will help me out, but if not, hey, I got you. Let's start with, why do you want to join the medical faction, Mr. Slime Broadday?
So I can cure people and help them with their issues
Mm-hmm. I like that. What do you like most about helping people?
to make their family happy and to make them happy.
All right, passing out smiles, I can dig it. So, other than, I guess if you had to pick, what would be what you would consider the most important quality for a medical professional to have?
Patience and cleanliness.
Okay, you know what? I actually like that. I've never heard anybody say cleanliness, but I heard that cleanliness was closest to godliness, so me and you will be friends.
There you go.
All right, so what steps would you take if you witnessed a faction member breaking a rule?
Report it.
Who come on with the record and report? Yes, sir. You would record and report always, and also, if you feel like even no matter who it is, if you feel like you can step in and de-escalate the situation, please, feel free to. You don't have to if it's like, okay, it's just too crazy. I ain't finna get in that. But we we have de-escalation for a reason. I ain't saying getting yourself in trouble, but if it's two coworkers and you can step in and just get them to separate, still record, of course. But hey, you know.
Yeah.
All right. So, how many scrubs behind the desk downstairs, floor one?
Do my research.
You don't have to do any research. I told you in my rules.
Two.
Come on now. See, you knew. Talking about some research. All right. So, how many down the hall?
If they're AFK or if they're still in the game.
No. So, you can, it's up to two behind each desk. And then we always say if the desk is full, then you may line up down the hall. So, how many can line up down the hall at one time?
Three.
Correct. And I guess I'll give you this part and you give me the other part. So we have up to two behind the desk. We got up to three down the hall. Everybody must be in rank order. What's the rank order, Mr. Slime Broadday?
Purple. Forgot the colors, but purple, um, blue, brown, white, green.
All right, so you did remember all the colors, just not in the right order. So the rank order is going to be brown, maroon, blue, white, then green. So after you get out of your greens, you'll be in white, then a blue, then a maroon, then a brown.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get maroon.
Yeah, so we have that. I mean, I knew what you meant. I feel like maroon, you meant the purple is the maroon. But we have that in place. So if you are downstairs and you are sitting at that first desk or you sitting at that second desk and a higher rank scrub comes up to you, please do not get offended if they ask you to move down. It's just because they know that they're supposed to be in rank order. That is it.
Okay.
Okay, got another one for you. Let's say you and me, just us two, right? We at territories because we like, let's get some steam off. And I get shot. What steps would you take to resuscitate me?
I would turn my emergency mode on, report it, and heal you.
So, neither one. Okay, so let's start. One, to resuscitate somebody, you will use your emergency kit. Not the, remember, emergency mode is just so you get the calls. But also remember, we can't go to territories together. We cannot be at territories. So it was a lot of questions in one to see just to see where your head was at. But we shouldn't be at territories together, and you cannot resuscitate anybody inside territories. The reason being is when you're in territories, it's the state versus the gangs. So they don't have a medic where they can keep reviving them, where they can, just get back up and shoot. So it would make it an unfair advantage. So when you are in territory, never, never, never resuscitate anyone.
So I just gotta let you die.
Yes, you do. And I have to come back to HP. Same way, if it was you, I'm going to stand over you. I protect your body, make sure nobody run you over. But you got to die, my brother. Anybody else got any questions?
Oh, me.
Miss Journey.
Yes. Hi. Hello, slime. Let's say that me and Miss AP is having an altercation. What would you do?
I'll tell you guys to stop fighting.
You want to record and report. Do you understand what the chain of command is and why it's important in the Medic Alliance?
Yes.
Why?
Pardon?
Why is it important?
To understand the chain of commands?
Okay, so the green scrubs will come to the brown and burgundy, and then the brown and burgundy go to the lower rank white coats, which are the purple dress, purple pants, white dress, green pants, those white coats. And those white coats go to the rank sevens, which is Dr. Barkley. And Dr. Barkley will go to the DCPs, and DCPs go to the chief. The chief goes to admin. So it makes everything run smoothly, and that's how HP continues to run day by day, night by night, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Literally. um, if you see me outside in Compton and you see a gang member, PD, and Dr. Stitch, who are you picking up first?
No one.
You pick the person up in the red because they made the call to you, so they are your top priority. Then you can pick up.
A question we don't even answer right.
What you say?
I say y'all gotta stop asking my question if y'all not gonna ask it right.
Well, can you ask?
Yes, because it confuses. If you're out on emergency calls and a gang member requests your assistance and you pull up and there's a medic and a police officer laying next to him, who do you pick up first?
The person who called for my assistance.
Exactly. It would be the gang member in this situation because your patient is your main priority. And if it's safe enough to do so afterwards, you can pick up the remaining people.
Okay, makes sense.
See, it makes sense. Okay,
Any other questions? Barkley, you got something to throw out there?
I got a couple questions because I didn't get to ask none yet.
Come on, Greg. I mean, Keith. Oh, Lord.
Ooh, Greg, who the fuck is Greg?
I
He on
don't
your
know.
lawn?
I saw Boyd, and for some reason, somebody named Greg Boyd pop up in my head, but I have no idea who that is.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. I'm trying to
Floor
think.
two is closed right now.
If oh yeah, floor two closed. Can I get y'all on floor 1 or 0, please? The two screen green scrubs, pretty in Asia.
That's Peter. Floor one or floor zero, please.
When's promotions?
Floor one or floor zero. We are in a taped interview right now.
10-4.
All right. Can you name? Oh, I'm not sure if y'all. Can you name the 3 areas you're not allowed to pick up anybody?
In a blue area. Um. Oh, in the territory, and yeah, that's it.
It's actually, yes, territories is correct. The other ones are the army base and then the surrounding areas of HP.
Okay, the army base and the surrounding areas of the HP.
Correct. When are you allowed to spawn the bus?
When you get permission.
Which would probably be never.
Nigga, yeah, yeah.
All right. And what qualities can you bring to this faction to make it better?
Being active and saving people. That's what I do.
All right. That's it for me.
All right. So you are at your apartment. You get in your car and you head back to HP to start working. On the way, you see a body on the ground. What do you do and why? Or what would you pick them up? And if you would, why? If not, why?
I'd only pick them up if the area is safe, and I'd have my body camera on first, and I wouldn't pick them up if the area is not safe.
Okay. So the answer to this one is um, that you would have to call in because you are in your personal vehicle, and that is against one of our MD rules of doing medic work in a personal vehicle, and also the opposite of doing personal work in a med vehicle. So until you got back to HP to get a ambulance, you cannot save them while you're checking in for duty. So you could either call it radio in and ask somebody to come out and help, or get back to HP and hope you can get back to the body.
Okay, so if I'm in my personal vehicle, I can't do anything. I just have to call it in and get to the hospital. And if I can get there, then I can. If I can't, then I can't.
Right. Yeah. You can put it in the chat as well. Like you can do a Flavi chat. You can put it in Frag, um, or use your walkie-talkie.
All right, but
Um, Last question: if you arrive on scene during the CPR and the patient refuses service, what would you do?
you refuse the service,
Yes, refuses.
then then I don't give him the medication.
That is correct. Just to cover your butt, just record a person saying it, so that because you're doing a CPR run, and anytime you leave the hospital, you should automatically have your body cam on. Just make sure you're recording the person saying it, and then you're covered just in case they decide to come back to the hospital and say otherwise. You have proof.
Okay.
I think that's about 10, right, in safety.
Yep. So if there are no more questions, this concludes Slime Broadday's Green Scrub interview.